So you're off to the Channel Infrastructure annual shareholders meeting.
Yep.
And you are nominated as a director.
New director.
Nominated as a new director. How are you feeling about that?
I'm ecstatic. I'm looking forward to it. See what the public of New Zealand really want in this country. Do they want their oil refinery back, or do they want it to disappear and become a hydrogen plant? Because that's what's going to happen if we don't stop what's happening.
Right. And what's the game plan for today?
Oh, this morning I'm just going to chill out, find a library where I can print some stuff off, and later on, 1 o'clock or so, we'll appear at the cake tin and get ourselves ready to go and join the meeting at 2 o'clock.
Okay. And what do you think's going to happen today? So how are you feeling about the shareholder support that you've had so far?
Oh, the feedback I'm getting from our core group that's behind what's happening is the numbers are coming out, and there's a good number of shareholders with some substantial shares are actually already indicated they're voting for me and my resolution number 5. So we'll see what comes, because that small group is an indication of the larger group that's probably voting but haven't acknowledged they have at this stage.
Right. So you're carrying some proxy votes in with you.
Well, there's one there for 1 million votes, one of the public shareholders in the public list. So.
Right.
And there's lots in the 500,000 shares. So.
Okay. But the proxy votes that you're carrying in, what are we talking like?
I haven't got a figure on the proxy ones at this stage.
You haven't got a figure?
That's what I'm going down to print off. So.
Right. But...
and I think some of them are done online, proxy to me, so I don't know how that works, but...
Right.
We'll find out.
Okay.
It's something new to me. I've never been a director. I've never been involved with a shareholder meeting like this, so it's all a green field as far as I'm concerned. And I'm an engineer by trade. I'm used to fixing things, making things. I've always left the management side of it up to the bigger boys, but I have owned two small businesses. I've owned an engineering business and a farm supply business, so I know what business is about.
Mm. So for those people that are watching, proxy votes are people that have given you the power to vote on their behalf, yeah?
That's correct, yeah.
Right.
Because they can't be at the meeting, or they can't do it online. They've had trouble. And also we've got Sharesies obviously doesn't do a proxy vote, so got people putting in their proxy vote as a Sharesy shareholder, and we'll try and present them. If they accept them, it'll be good. If they don't, we'll be questioning why they can't accept them.
Right. But you're into the thousands or tens of thousands easily now, in terms of shares?
Sorry, what's that?
You're into the thousands or the tens of thousands in terms of shares?
I saw over 100,000 shares as a figure this morning, so...
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a lot, but it's only from a small group, so I'm quite happy with that.
But it's still a mandate.
People want change, and they want this refinery saved and back operating, so the government's not going to do it. The time the government finishes their inquiry at the end of the year, the place will be a flat section with grass growing in it. So.
Right. So you've had a fairly good response then for such a short time frame that the proxy vote drive has been going on.
Yeah.
So right.
That's what's the main aim of the last couple of weeks, and thanks to all the team that were behind that, Gabriel and Richard and a few others. So.
Right, but that letter only went out about a week ago, didn't it?
Yeah. So hopefully it's got to people. I don't know. Right. The slow mail is getting slower.
So that's quite a massive response within a week.
Yeah.
You've got over 100,000 shares under your belt
walking
into the ASM.
Yep.
Okay. So that if we look at that as the mood, it's positive, isn't it?
Oh, it's all positive, mate. Every day I'm out there talking to people, I'm talking to businesses that use fuel, and they just think it's crazy, and nobody seems to know how we can fix it. And I said, well, the easiest way is become a shareholder like myself and have our voice. And at the moment, we've managed to get the shareholding up to 51.5% public shareholding. It was up to 52.7%. I don't know why it's dropped down. I presume it should have been about 55% by now, but we'll find out. Other figures being played with, I don't know.
Okay, so how many votes do you need to get in the meeting in order to get the resolution passed?
Oh, I'm not too sure on those numbers, no.
It's got to be over 50% though, doesn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Right. Okay.
And I read a thing in one of the documents from the company that says that the directors don't have to accept what the shareholders vote anyhow.
So it's like an opinion poll.
Yeah. Well, they sent out the original document to all the shareholders saying don't vote for me and don't vote for my resolution. And don't vote for Daniel. And they did exactly the same when they closed the thing down. They sent out a document to all the shareholders explaining them why they should close the refinery down, and it said vote in favour across the document. Every time you come to another section, it says vote in favour, vote in favour. Well, that's not giving the shareholders the opportunity to vote the way they feel. It's directing them in a direction the board wanted it to go. And the board seems to be driven by the oil companies and the government.
It does seem a little bit totalitarian, doesn't it?
Oh, it's just, they've got an agenda, and it's a green agenda. It's got nothing to do with petrol and diesel and jet fuel and bitumen. It's all about some hairy-fairy green idea they're going to make hydrogen and sustainable aviation fuel. The aviation industry wants high-quality Jet A1 fuel that they know is safe to use in their aeroplanes. We had the American Defence Force taking our jet fuel away with them when they left New Zealand and determined to make it happen.
Right, so more shares. We need to buy more shares.
I need to get the shareholding public up to 60, 75%. You know, it's not a big task. If businesses in New Zealand bought $1,000 or $10,000 worth of shares because they're using a lot of fuel, they can secure this thing back to a point where it becomes economical to run. They're getting good bitumen on their roads where they run their trucks, and farmers have got a security of fuel. Without fuel, this country will be dead within about a week. We can't survive without fuel. I don't care what the Greens say. We're all going to drive around electric cars and ride our push bikes. You know, industry in this country, our economy is driven by fuel, and it's petroleum fuel, which is a hydrocarbon. It's not a fossil fuel. It's a naturally occurring substance in the soil.
So, just for the viewers out there who are not aware of what's happening with your share drive, you've put together a resolution for the shareholders to vote on called Resolution 5.
Yep.
What is Resolution 5?
Resolution 5 is to stop. Do you want to stop it?
They're going to run the blaster.
Sorry, you might hear a bit of distraction in the background.
Oh, I'll carry on as quick as I can. So resolution number 5 is to stop the refining company from doing any further damage, and to get a suitably qualified engineering firm to come in and give us an appraisal of what's been damaged, and give us a time frame and costings, just an estimate at the stage of re-establishing it, getting it operating again as soon as possible. So that needs to be done as soon as possible, and it's going to be a 6-month program. So the thing's not going to disappear over those 6 months. We've got 1,400 tonne crane apparently supposed to be coming shortly to take the hydrocracker out, which they're negotiating to sell to an American. That needs to stop, and this document will stop that.
And have you had any contact or, I don't know, support or any kind of indication from the likes of New Zealand First, who are claiming that they're doing an investigation into restarting the refinery themselves?
Winston Peters has avoided me like the plague from day one. I tried to meet up with him at their election launch in Auckland back in October. He wasn't interested in talking to me. I was wearing this T-shirt that everybody sees me wearing. He saw me there, and he had at the end of it, there was no question time, so he had a meeting with the media, and I stood in the background and I asked him questions about Marsden Point. He said, "I'm not here to talk to you, I'm here talking to the media." And then I asked him 3 times, "I'm a shareholder, what are you going to do about Marsden Point?" And at the end of it, he didn't even stop and talk to me. He left and the media left, and not one of them bothered to talk to me. Even Cam Slater from RCR didn't even bother to engage. So it's so much for our free media in this country.
Yeah, it does seem a bit odd that that they wouldn't engage with the shareholders.
Yeah, yeah.
But okay.
And I've emailed them since, and things have been put up on Facebook and Twitter numerous times. I always include Shane Jones and Winston and all the MPs that are relevant to what's going on with our oil and gas and Marsden Point and our transport. and not one of them's replied. And I did get an email from Simeon Brown saying that his old Parliament email address is no longer used. It's got to be ministers. So why doesn't his old email refer you to the new one? It should just pass the message on. It shouldn't just say, "Oh, we don't get it."
Well, that would be too easy, mate, and you wouldn't
Oh,
be
it's
dealing
part
with
of
government.
it. It's like when I Winston, I sent an email a while ago and didn't get any reply, so I rung Parliament to try and get on them. You used to be able to go onto the Parliament website and find a phone number that took you to New Zealand First. Now you get the reception who put you through to another reception. And when I said to them who I was and that, they said, "Oh, we've got your phone number." I said, "Well, this is my email." "Oh, we just sent Winston an email from this email." And I said, "Oh, so you've passed it on. What's happened with the other 19 or so emails I sent to him? Because I haven't got a reply to them yet. So, and I still haven't got a reply to that one. So I'm
Okay.
just pissing in the wind
well,
as
you've
far
got-
as politicians go.
You've got a mandate now, so
Yeah.
you've got...
Well, I don't like calling it mandates. I don't. Mandates have got a connotation in this country that are not good.
You've got a mandate from the people who are backing you have, said, we back Carl, we're sending him into the meeting on our behalf. So that's the true meaning of a mandate.
Yeah,
Is that
I'm their representative. I'm the shareholder, the general
Yeah.
public shareholders representative, because there's no other representation on the board.
So the usage of mandate has been completely wrong in this country.
Oh, it's like all good words in this world have been corrupted by.
Corrupted.
Yeah.
All right, so you've got a mandate by the people who are backing you. You're going into the ASM. The political forces that be at the moment in this country who claim that they are on behalf of looking into restarting the refinery won't talk to you. As the shareholder representing the shareholders that want the refinery restarted, so that is strange. Moving forward, we're going to keep driving to buy more shares.
Yep, that's the best way to do. The more shares that the public can get, the less shares the corporates have got in it. So, and we're at the strongest point we've ever been, and we need to keep pushing that. And hopefully some of the corporates will come over to our side because they can see the benefit to their shareholders of getting the refinery going again,
Well,
and for the benefit of the country. It's not just all about money; it's about our fuel security and our sovereignty.
Well, absolutely. If it turns out that it's going to be, economical to restart the refinery, then why wouldn't?
Well, it's got to be economical because at the moment we've gone from 35 crude oil tankers that gave us all the byproducts to over 200 fuel tankers. It's just the carbon footprint on that is just out of this world. It's crazy. You can't say they're saving the environment by closing down our oil refinery when we've got all these negatives on the other side.
Yeah, well, the latest Operation Good Oil report, and gives an indication that it could have doubled the carbon footprint.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to read that yet. There's been so much happening, but good on you for doing that, Levi.
All right. Well, thanks for talking to us, Carl.
Yep.
And good luck today.
No, that's fine.
And
We don't need luck. We just need
No, that's
numbers.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And bit
not
of
about luck.
blood, sweat, and tears. Okay.
Yeah. And if we get to a point, these people will be had up for treason what they've done to this country. Politicians and the management of the company. It's gone on for a number of years now. It's sort of not just happened in the last 2 or 3 years. It's been going on for quite a long time. So
I'm sure there's quite a few people out there who feel the same way.
yeah.
All right, Carl. Well, we'll catch up with you after the meeting.
Yep. This is one little project I want to get onto once we get going, and it's turning all our plastics and rubber tyres back into a product that can be turned into a fuel. So it's called pyrolysis. It's a system that works for the environment and is a non-polluting way of dealing with our rubbish. So
Cool.
watch this space. That's what we'll probably do.
All right. Thanks, mate.